OBS 30.0.
Okay.
Start virtual camera check. Start recording checkbox not. Stop streaming check. Start checked. No sources. Yes button. OBS 30.
Let's start recording as well. I should be live. Welcome everyone to the live stream. This will probably not be quite as long because, I can go for about an hour, but I want to go outside before the weather gets crappy. So let's just say I'll go till about 2 o'clock, maybe 2:10, 2:20. Let me make sure.
Start virtual. Stop recording checkbox checked. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
Yeah, I am recording. I should be live. Let me actually, I think my audio is going through too. Let's go to youtube.com/@
Desk untitled Brave YouTube. Rate 60.
Let me slow this down a little bit.
Button toggle button pressed guide. Finds
And I think you gotta go to
link live. Tab live. Selected.
live tab.
QA March 2nd to visited.
I should be live. Let me actually, okay, yeah, we're gonna turn that off. And let me get the link here.
Toolbar. Address. HTTPS.
And we'll see
shared Brave 1.
If I can get the comments to read.
Run.
Open
Tech
up
desktop
here.
document. VTubeX. Item stock. VTube.txt.
VTube?
Day created. 3/2/ warning. Dial. Cancel button.
I don't want to
VTube.
donate.
Hook into Quentin. Type or paste a YouTube URL edit blank.
Paste this in here.
Enter button. Delete button. Hook into Quentin. Enter button. Entering chat. Wyatt. Hi. Classic Hallover. Hi Chris. Classic Hallover. I can hear you well. Skittles are better than M&Ms. Hey man. How is it going? An Englishman plus American. Hi. Live chat dialogue QA March 2nd 2000.
There we go. And I think the comments are going to read now. Yeah. Hey everyone. I am doing much better. I was sick with a
iOS
stomach bug.
tutorials and games content. Hi.
Yep. Excellent. It is working the way it should. Very good. Yeah, no, I was sick with a stomach bug, and it was pretty bad for a good chunk of this week. I got it last.
Classic Hallover. Skittles are not better.
I agree, they are not better. M&Ms are better.
Wyatt. Skittles are better than M&Ms. I love your name.
Yeah, no, I got sick last week around Thursday and didn't feel like myself until this past Wednesday. So, yeah, it was annoying. But, yeah, so
Skittles are better than M&Ms. Skittles are better.
Skittles are better than M&Ms.
iOS tutorials and games content. How do you make chat? Read while on a live stream?
Let me actually fix that.
An Englishman plus American. What is your opinion regarding a game called The Killer or TK?
So a couple things here. The chat is read by a program called VETube.
VTube X64. Items view list. VTube.txt. Sightless stories. Grace. What's up dudes and dudays? It's Grace here. Denny Brisick.
Hey.
Hello Grace.
As for the killer, the original version had some cool concepts. I liked the maps.
Wyatt. Skittles are better than M&Ms. No questions asked.
I like the maps in that game, but that game went away, and now apparently it's just the code that was leaked is being passed around by a bunch of children that have nothing better to do with it, apparently, so it's a shame. Let me make sure that my audio doesn't go to sleep again. Let me,
NVDA menu. Preferences submenu. Pavith Rajapaksha. Hi, what's the screen reader voice that you use? Skittles are better than M&Ms. I hope you're feeling better. Stomach bugs are really annoying.
Yeah, this voice is called Ivona Sally, I believe, from harposoftware.com. I did a tutorial.
Kenneth Dial. Hi. BTW. The Zoom Essential Recorder uses pre-recorded TTS. Not actual TTS. Sightless stories.
Yes.
Grace. Chocolate M&Ms are better than Skittles.
I agree with that. Yeah, the Zoom recorders, they are blind accessible, but they don't have a text-to-speech engine, and I'm probably not going to get one because I don't really need one. Yeah, like I said, I feel much, much better. I was sick until probably Tuesday, and yeah, it was pretty bad. Let me fix this so that my sound card
Tools.
doesn't go to sleep.
Preferences. Settings. NVDA settings.
Let's go to
Auto clip. Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth. Volume of white noise. Slide. Classic Hallover. Yep. Standby time in seconds. Edit selected 60.
Let's set that to...
Denny Brisick, this is really weird. How did you manage to run the x64 version of VTube? It gives me an error when I try to use the 64-bit version. So I had to switch to x86. Denny Brisick, and I'm glad you're feeling better. iOS tutorials and games content. When do you get the tube? Can you please send the link through Skype? Selection menu.
I can put it in the chat. Let me...
180.
Okay, so we'll set the standby time to 180 seconds, which should
VTube
keep it from going to sleep.
VTube x64.
Yeah, no, this version just works. You may want to re-download it. It is on GitHub. I will put a link to the releases page in the chat. Give me just a sec.
Names, live chat dialogue.
Let me close the...
Skittles are better than M&Ms. LOL. My sister broke my main laptop and now I have to use one with a processor that has 2 cores.
Ew. That is horrible. Yeah, I got a new computer too, so I'm now using an i9 12900K, which is overkill, but we got it for a great deal, so... by the way, Motorsport.
My computer gives me an error when I try to run it. Maybe I just had to re-download it.
Yeah, you may want to re-download it or post the issue on GitHub. Yeah, and by the way,
Sightless stories.
Forza Motorsport.
Grace, I'm so excited because on Thursday it will be my birthday and we're going on holiday. Skittles
cool.
are better than M&Ms. Wow.
Yeah, Forza Motorsport does not run on this computer either, so the less I say about Turn 10, the better, because I am not happy.
Brisick grows. Dual-core processor?
I mean, to be fair, you can get by with that kind of processor. It'll work. It just depends on the tasks that you're doing.
Gamer, hi.
Hey, and welcome to the stream, and this really helps because I don't have to read the comments anymore. Let me...
1, QA March 1. Dialogue.
Let me see, actually, how many we got watching here? Let's just check.
Watching now. Button 15 watching now. Started streaming 7 minutes ago.
Okay, we're not doing too bad.
Rate 60.
Let me get the link for VE2.
New tab.
Let's just do a search here. Releases, VTube, VETube, GitHub.
Google. Filter. Search PMXO. Metal Alchemist. Issues. Metal Alchemist. Bar VTube. Leroy Jess. Denny Brisick. It does help, but it does get spammy though. GitHub. Metal
It does. It just depends how many people are
An
trying to
Englishman
comment.
plus American. What is the stage of audio games? I actually purchased The Last of Us, and I loved it.
The Last of Us is pretty good. I wish it didn't do as much hand-holding as it does, but yeah, it's not bad.
Fine. Select.
Problem is there aren't really a whole lot of people making good audio games anymore. That's why I'm not really playing very many.
Heading level 2 visited link releases. Busy. Releases Metal Alchemist / VTube GitHub.
Alright, so I'm going to put a link to this page
Toolbar.
in the chat here. So we'll close that.
1. Chat. Section multi. Out of section. Dot. Live chat mode selection button.
Oh god, it's going to read.
Add emotes button. Chat. Section multi-line editable blank.
It's going to read this out. Sorry about that. But there's the link.
Skittles are better than M&Ms. Hey Chris, I wanted to tell you that I found a better version of audio cable. You can get it from Blind Help. Wyatt, hey Kenneth, go scrub the dang horses.
Oh, I guess it just ignored my chat.
Out of sec button, hey Ken, Wyatt Blind Help, hey Chris, Skill link HT, Chris Wright what is the stage of audio game?
Yeah, I don't download programs from Blind Help. And I don't need the software because I have my hardware.
Skittles are better than M&Ms. You can choose how many cables you want. You just write the number of how many you want and that's it. Sightless stories, Grace. There is somebody on another channel and their chat reader was Microsoft Sam, so I just kept saying soy in the chat. Denibrasic, it only reads the other people's chats.
Oh good, so it doesn't read my chats. That is good. So yeah, the link to that program is in the chat for those that want it.
Marco Garatoni, I hate Blind Help.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. This VE tube, I think it uses your default voice in the system. I'm not sure if you can change it. You probably can somewhere. I just don't really have the need to, so this works just fine for my purposes.
Carrie Marie Kelly, TTS Productions. Hello.
Yep. Hey, and welcome to the live stream here. Just thought I'd live stream. Had some people ask me to do it, and I was going to do it last week.
Denibrasic, why would you even need virtual audio cable applications in the first place? You have a mixer. Kenneth Dial, that program you're using has sounds from QC. Wyatt, happy early B-Day, Grace.
Yes, indeed. Happy early birthday. Yeah, so I guess you could use the software.
Denibrasic, by the way, Chris, I have created a piano sound scheme for Windows, and am using it right now.
A what
Wyatt,
sound scheme?
Hi, Carrie.
A what sound scheme for Windows? I have no idea. But yeah, you might want to use those virtual programs to send audio to different places without impacting your actual hardware.
John Follis, hello, Chris. Good to see you.
Hey, yeah, you too. I'm glad I made it through that virus.
Denibrasic, P-I-A-N-O.
Oh, piano. Okay, I was like...
John Follis, I just tuned in.
Okay. Well, this is probably not a very exciting live stream, but I'm not really much in the mood to do that much right now. I want to record more Roku Coco.
Wyatt, oh god, not a piano sound scheme.
A piano sound scheme. Yeah, I want to record
Classic
more.
Halover, how did you create the piano sound scheme?
I don't know. Yeah, I want to record more of Roku Coco, but I'm just not in the mood right now. I'll try again tomorrow maybe, but I'm stuck on the maze level because I can't get through it quickly enough, and it's annoying for sure.
Marco Garatoni, I had it break my audio driver.
Oh, the virtual cables. Yeah, see, this is
John
why...
Follis, how are you getting your thing to read the chats? Wyatt, the NVDA add-on.
This is why you have to be careful with the virtual programs like that, because if you don't configure them right, they'll mess up your sound.
Wesley Martin, hey Chris. Love your content. I was listening
Thanks.
to your audio review of Chillingham.
So the program I'm using is called VETube.
VTube. Live chat dialog QA March 2nd 2. Options menu button. Stop chat button. Message history. List.
It monitors the live chat on YouTube videos, and I think it can also hook into the Quentin C Playroom and read those chats too. but it will monitor the chats. Oh, that's where the options are.
Stop options menu button. Context menu. VTube keystroke editor. Rate 60. Clear message history. Export messages to a text file. Add this channel to favorites. View chat statistics. Copy live stream link to clipboard. Classic Halover. And Chris, I don't know if you would know this, but I'm trying to run VMware, and when I run Windows on it the sound is very glitchy. Play video in browser.
So this is the menu.
VTube keystroke editor. Clear message history. Live chat. Wyatt, when do you think you can make more TTS videos? Yours aren't generic.
My text-to-speech videos aren't generic. I don't know. I don't have the motivation, quite honestly. But I might try to put something together at some point, maybe. For the person about asking about VMware, if you're running XP, there's a program that you can install called VM Audio
Carrie
Tray,
Marie Kelly TTS Productions. I've started using VTube, although now I'm starting to regret it because people like to spam.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not good for spam. I don't know if you can stop the message reading.
Classic Halover. Yeah, they're not generic, they are actually entertaining. Wesley Martin, I was just wondering if you remember where you got the walkthrough you were using to help with Chillingham. I was trying to find it, but couldn't locate it. And yeah, I love the TTS skits.
Walkthrough for Chillingham. I think it... I'm trying to remember where I was reading it. I think it's in the articles room of audiogames.net. I do believe, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember, and I honestly can't.
1 QA Mark 1 Q Kenneth Dial. Someone asked me about TTS videos, but I'm the same way. Don't have motivation.
Yeah, they just take a long time to produce, and so I don't want to make them that long or that
Wyatt,
complicated.
unlike the bologna sandwiches, bacon, those are so generic. Wesley Martin, I looked on audio games, and found if you press F5 to skip the battles.
Yeah, so you can hit F5 is actually a hotkey to skip a whole bunch of different puzzles. I think that's an intentional command.
Classic Halover. What, so were you saying the name of the program was Audio M?
Audio M? What?
Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. I don't have the motivation to upload TTS videos anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I really don't. If you mean the program I'm using to read chats, that's called VETube. VETUBE. I don't know why. It's a very odd name. But that's what it is.
1:13 p.m.
Okay. So it's 1:13. Yeah.
Denny Brisick, Chris, what do you think about a game called Sequence Storm?
I think I'll go until about 2 o'clock.
Audio Gamer, why is VTube in Spanish? Classic Halover. Sorry, what was the name of the program to fix audio on VMware? Wyatt, Carrie BTW, your live stream like totally went down.
So it's VM Audio Fix Tray, I think. Let me find the link to it.
1. Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. I took it down, that's why.
What is it?
New
I
tab.
think it's called, let me see, VM Audio
iOS
Fix Tray.
tutorials and games content. Hi Chris, Denny Brisick. It may be called VTube because it may mean something in Spanish. Google.audio.
Possibly.
Filter VM Audio Fix Tray, LCS heading level 3 link. LCS, Wesley Martin. Yeah, it's unfortunate there are a bunch of YouTube channels that just have like 10 videos and don't upload anymore, especially from TTS skits. Unlabeled graphic, link graphic, no next, link graphic, link VM Audio Fix Tray. blank iOS tutorials and games content. Watching your video now on my computer. What's on this page? Blank blank features blank blank requirement blank blank license blank blank download blank blank pre-installation blank blank installation blank 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 screenshot blank graphic blank fix that annoying distortion blank. Are you annoyed at the distorted audio coming from Windows XP and VMware?
Yeah, so basically this program runs inside the VM.
I don't think that works anymore.
Let me put the link in the chat and you can look at it.
1 Q chat section map blank blank.
There you go. There's the link.
Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. People keep asking me to upload more Eloquence singing videos, but it takes hours, so yeah, I won't be doing that anytime soon.
I don't blame you. Also, that speech engine it doesn't really sing, and it sounds terrible because you're just changing the pitch.
Denny Brisick, I'm planning actually to start my own TTS skits series. Also, could you answer my question about Sequence Storm, iOS tutorials and games content? Chris, how to use the VETube. Wyatt, I hate when people just create one video on their whole channel, just one generic videos. I'm not talking to you, KMKDTS. Classic Hallover. Do you download it on VMware or your regular OS? Wesley Martin, Eloquence can sing? Or is it Deck Talk?
Deck Talk is the one that can sing. VM Audio Fix Tray, you run that inside the virtual machine.
Eloquence is terrible at signing, and I actually know Deck Talk codes and how to edit the duration and pitch and parameters.
Sequence Storm, I don't like the concept. The music in that game is great, but I don't like rhythm games generally. The exception being
Francis Cole,
Captain Dynamite. Hey. So yeah, I'm not a fan of
tutorials and games content.
Storm.
What was that link THT you posted right now? Wyatt, Eloquence can sing, but it sounds horrible.
That link is for the VM audio program. It basically plays
Audio
noise
Gamer,
inside.
I downloaded VTube, but I can't change the language. Denny Brisick, I get what you mean. Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions, Eloquence can sing, yes.
So VETube should be in English by default. At least it was.
Classic Hallover.
When I downloaded
Phone
it.
ARPA on HX less than, 1000 greater than hello.
And when you install
John
it.
Follis, I miss Double Talk. And I did not mind the Keynote Gold speech.
When you install it, you can
Denny
run it.
Brisick, I see where you're coming from. Oh wait, I don't see where you're coming from because I am blind.
Oh geez.
Terrible joke. Classic Hallover. Lol, that was a Deck Talk code for saying hello at 1000 HZ.
Yeah, I'm not using Deck Talk. But yeah, so you download VETube, you run it, and then you paste the link to a video that you want to read the chat for, and hit go, and it just reads it. There's also a list that shows all the messages, so if I want to read.
The live chat dialog, stop chat but options menu, stop message history, list, classic Hallover. Roll, that was a Deck Talk code for Denny Brisick, I see where you're coming from. Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. Lol, he can't even talk without a chat coming in every 2 seconds.
That's why I might turn it off. Because it is getting a little spammy. But I suppose that's the problem with doing this in almost real time, is you have some delays.
Classic Hallover. Lol, I won't do it again. iOS tutorials and games content. Chris, can you give me the link to the TK game please? Did you heard there is a now new game? Wesley Martin. Lol, Chris, you get interrupted every time you start saying something. And my favorite audio games are Quentin C. Playtune and Blind Drive. Wyatt, Classic Hallover, was that really necessary? Denny Brisick,
yeah.
Sorry about that. What do you consider a funny joke? Then, iOS tutorials and games content. I want to try out the new game, and please do TTS videos, I love them so much.
I mean, I could stop the auto reading and just have it read them, but then I'd probably get lost.
Mark Miller, Playroom.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I figured that was a typo. No big deal over here.
Classic Hallover. Sorry about that. I'll do that somewhere else.
Yeah, just try not to spam the chat, especially when I have it being read like this. So just
Carrie Marie
try not to
Kelly,
do that.
TTS Productions. Hi, Mark.
Let's see what else. I was thinking about something and then I lost track of it, which happens all the time. My brain just went blank. I hate that.
Mark Miller. Oh yeah, still need to add yaw or sever to my computer. Denis Brisic, Quentin C. Playroom is really fantastic.
Yes, it is. It's a great platform. I would be very sad if it went
Kenneth Dial, TTS
away.
videos are getting old.
Yes, they are. That's why I don't really do them anymore, because I can't be bothered. Unfortunately. Besides, I don't have any good ideas anymore.
Mark Miller. Hi, Carrie.
Excuse me. Just like there's times when I wonder if I should do
iOS
these
tutorials and games content. Guys, I love TTS video, and I don't care if they are old, but they are funny to watch. Denis Brisic. It did not read it as I thought it would. It was supposed to be a pun.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I like text-to-speech stuff too, but like I said, after a while, it just gets stupid. And
Francis Cole, I have a question. I don't need to do this right now, but in future, how would I be able to adjust the boot camp partition with disk utility? Mark Miller, shush.
I don't know if you can change the boot camp partition size with disk utility. I think you have to do it from Windows with some partitioning software. But that's why you might want to partition your
Francis
space.
Cole, right now, I use Mini Tool Partition Wizard.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but you might want to adjust that and give yourself more space than you need. That way you can expand, because it's always better to have more and not need it than not have enough and need
Mark
it.
Miller, I don't think you can without reboot camping.
Yeah, I've
iOS tutorials and games content. How are TTS videos stupid? I like them so much and they are not stupid. Denis Brisic, do you think that Code 7 has been, kind of, abandoned? I on Mahmood. Hey Chris. Carrie Marie Kelly, TTS Productions.
I think-
Literally, TTS videos takes so long to make and it's not even worth it. I don't
Exactly.
even know why I still have this channel, to be honest.
Exactly. I mean, it's entertaining to play with, but after a while, it's just, I don't care anymore. But yeah, as for boot camp, I definitely would recommend that you give yourself additional space, because you'll want it if you want to expand later. Or you could do what I did and turn the whole computer drive into a PC drive, and then you don't have to worry about it. But that's up to you.
Denis Brisic, or do you think the devs may be working on episode 4, and it is long and complicated to make? Mark Miller, I don't even do TTS stuff and I am glad I haven't done that. iOS tutorials and games content, so why did you create the channel in the first place, if one day you won't be doing it anymore?
So Code 7, I don't know what's going
Kenneth
on.
Dial, you said, it would be sad if QC would go away? If so, me as well. because RS Games doesn't offer any security, period. No, that wasn't dictation. QC excels, no pun intended, at security. Wesley Martin, or then you're in the middle of making one, and you think, duh. Why did I start that stupid idea in the first place? iOS tutorials and games content. I hate that from YouTube channel. They do something then they stop doing it. It makes me so upset. John Follis, I am starting to get back into my music creation and video game music covers with my keyboard.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a producer of music. I don't have the motivation.
Options menu.
Let me see if I can get this to...
Stop chat button. Message history. List. John Follis. iOS to John.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I guess I could turn off the auto reading, especially if it gets too crazy. I mean, I can manage it right now. But yeah, as for
Carrie Marie
Code
Kelly
7,
TTS Productions. I made this channel back in 2018, my dude. Back then I was addicted to this kind of stuff. I am now 22 years old. I don't get the same thrill with making them anymore.
Exactly. I'm almost 27.
Mark Miller, just stop complaining about TTS stuff, please. Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions, 22 sorry.
But yeah, as for Code 7, I don't know. I hope they're going to continue it. Kind of afraid it's been canceled, because that's what seems to happen to all these good projects, is they get canceled or they run out of money.
Jesus, you're just getting interrupted.
I know. Well, that's the problem with this. It's not perfect. But yeah, no, the
Gergoe Saltish, do you know an online game called Ultimate Life?
No, it's not official.
iOS tutorials and
care.
games content, but still, is so upset. I on Mahmood, yo.
Yeah.
Brian9864, hello.
Hey, Brian. And welcome to the live stream.
iOS tutorials and games content. If I know how to make them, I will do it every day. Denny Brisick, the joys of live streaming. I tell you what, Mark Miller, who cares about that game? iOS tutorials and games content, and I won't stop doing it cuz I know they are funny.
Well, that's up to you, but you do it long enough and you'll get burned out like me. Just like, I can't be bothered to make those stupid productions anymore. I'll do it every once in a blue moon.
Using a braille display to read chats would be ideal for me if I was streaming.
You could, I suppose. It's just, it would seem it would get really tedious having to constantly...
Mark Miller, size, Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. Just turn off auto reader if it's spamming you so much.
Yeah, you know, I might do that.
iOS tutorials and games content. Lol. Stop. Warning. Dialogue. Would you like to exit this window and stop reading messages? Yes button. No button.
Wait, you can't...
Yes button. Chat reading was ended. VTube. Tab control. Type or paste.
Oh, you can't... Oh. Well, okay.
Hook into Quentin's.
You can't turn off the text-to-speech function and just read the chat messages?
Warning. Dialogue. Are you sure? No. Yes button. 1.
Well, fine. We'll just
no next.
do it this
search
way.
edit search chat. Section. No next button. Button. Also where to get a new Braille Note Touch Plus. IO button. Lol. iOS button. IO. Also where to get a new Braille Note Touch Plus. My keyboard is not working anymore.
Braille Note Touch Plus. Well, you'd want to send it to Humanware. They could probably fix it. Not that I recommend that program, because I just don't.
Pit rate 6, rate 55, button chat. Mark Miller. Oh, well, that happened.
Or I can read it like this, and then it's not constantly interrupting me.
Button chat, button graphic, chat, section multi, out, button, oh, Mark.
Yeah, I don't recommend the Braille Note Touch. It is running an outdated version of Android, and they have no interest in making it more modern, so I think I already talked about Code 7, right? Yeah. It's a cool game. I don't like the muffin puzzles. I think there are too many puzzles in there that are highly visual in nature, and there's no way to bypass them. Which there really needs to be a way to bypass them. But I think I have a cheat sheet somewhere to go through them all. But yeah, I'm waiting for the last chapter to come out so I can demo it properly. But if they're not going to do that, I don't know.
Button chat. Mark Miller. Oh, well, Wesley Mark. But if it's just the keyboard, you just need a new case.
Oh yeah, if it's just the keyboard, I think you can replace the keyboard.
Button chat. iOS. Where do they live? Button. Mark Miller. That's better. Button. iOS tutorials and games
Yeah, this
content.
is a lot better.
I need it for my assignments. Button. John. I feel like APH it would be best for a Braille note taker.
APH already tried, and the Braille Plus crashed and burned. So, No, I think the Optima is where it's at, and it's going to be very interesting to find out what that's like. It'll probably be too expensive, so I'll just get a laptop from Framework when they refresh their hardware. But I'm definitely looking at the Framework line because it sounds like they have some really neat laptops.
Button iOS, but is better than the Braille Note Apex. iOS tutorials and games content.
Well, of course the Touch is better than the Apex, but again, it's running outdated programs and they don't seem to care.
But it's button iOS. It can connect to the Wi-Fi more easy.
Well, yeah, because it's a bit more modern.
Button Kenneth Dial.
The thing about the Apex is it was obsolete. The software was obsolete when they released it in 2009, so that didn't help. The Braille Note has a better time of it because it's running a mainstream platform. The problem is they're running a version of that platform from 7 years ago. And they really need to update their stuff or they're going to have compatibility problems, and they already are. Like, you can't install the Bard app on it because it requires Android 9. And I don't understand why they're not keeping their stuff up to date.
The Braille Sense runs Android 12, which is more modern.
Yes, the Braille Sense runs Android 12, so if HIMS can do it, then I don't know why the Canadians won't.
Button chat. Francis Cole. The Braille Note Touch Plus still runs Android 8, and I think that was also outdated long time ago.
It wasn't so bad when it came out in 2019. Because at that time, I think the current version was Android 9. But yeah, at this point, yeah, it's pretty bad because Android, let's see, so they're on 8.1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they're 6 versions out of date, and Android 15 is in beta. So at this point, quite honestly, they should be on like Android 11 or 12 at the least, and the fact that they're not speaks volumes.
Button Wesley Martin. I really liked the Mantis Q40 I borrowed for a month. Button chat actions.
I don't know too much about the Mantis. I've heard good things about it, but it's very expensive.
iOS tutorial. Where to find a keyboard to replace. The touch screen works, but except the keyboard. Button chat actions.
I think the keyboard's detachable. You contact Humanware, and they should be able to help you.
Mark Miller, Audio Wizards is so much easier on the PC.
Yes, it is, Mark. I love playing that game on my computer.
Button Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions. This is much better now. You're not getting interrupted anymore.
Yes, this is significantly better.
Button chat
So
actions.
I may just have to do this.
Bryant 9000. I prefer the Braille sense.
Yep, I tend to agree, Bryant. HIMS products generally they're higher quality, and they appear to work better.
Button iOS. So which is the Braille Note Touch to get right now? Button chat actions.
Well, the Braille Note Touch Plus is the current one, but it's, like I said, it's running extremely outdated software.
iOS tutorials and games. Where to get, and does it have a touch screen? Button John Follis. It seems that Humanware has taken over all the enabling technologies and index Braille products, and that is a bit concerning to me.
I don't know what enabling technologies and index is, but yeah, it is concerning because they don't seem to care about their products.
Button iOS tutorial. When was the Braille Note Touch Plus was realized?
Braille Note Touch Plus, I believe it was February of 19. So the product has been out for 5 years. Yes, 5 years now, and they've done nothing to it. Yeah, it's... Like I said,
Button chat actions.
don't buy products from Humanware. Just don't.
iOS tutorial. Oh, Button Mark Miller. Humanware is a bad company in general.
Yep.
Button Denny Brisick. Also, my piano sound scheme for Windows sounds really cool, but there are some stolen sounds.
My
But
piano sound scheme. Oh.
they have been remade. Also,
Okay.
did you know that Plex Talk products are running on Windows CE?
Yes, I do know that. The Bookport Plus is running on Windows CE. I don't really know how to get access to it, but yeah, I know it's running that.
Button Denny Brisick. Windows CE, I mean.
That's another obsolete operating system.
Button I on Mahmood. Have you played A Blind Legend?
Yes, I played a Blind Legend on this channel a long time ago. So you can go back and look and check out the playlists.
Button Wesley Martin. They are embosser companies.
Embosser companies, okay, yeah, that is concerning then that they're being taken over by a company that doesn't care about their products.
Button Marco Garatoni. I don't like Humanware.
Nope, I don't either.
Button Wesley Martin. It was in 2918.
Wait, what?
NS 2918. Button John Follett. There is the Braille Sense Mini, which is 20 cells. Button chat actions.
Yeah, but that's still pretty expensive.
Denny Brisick. To get access to the real file system, you need a virtual machine running Windows XP, and you need Microsoft ActiveSync.
Yeah, it's probably tiny. I'm betting that device probably has less than 200 megabytes of onboard storage, and probably almost no RAM, and the processor is probably absolute trash.
Button graphic chat.
Oh, good. I'm I'm actually caught up.
Button Microsoft Active to get access to the real file system. Button chat actions.
Of course, I tried replacing the text-to-speech voice on the Bookport, and I broke the text-to-speech engine, so I had to reflash the update file, and it fixed it. But yeah, I thought I bricked my player.
Microsoft Act button. Mark Miller. I wonder who makes the Stream 3 because that sucks as bad as the Braille Note Touch Plus.
The Stream 3 is made by the same company as the Braille Note. And yeah, it's a shame because the Stream product line is actually, it's pretty cool. Like, I like how they build it and how it operates. It's just they use crap hardware and they don't update their stuff, and they just don't seem to care about their customers. It's a shame.
I wonder who made Denny Brisick and Humanware only wants your money. This is why they just release stuff and don't do shit to it.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for swearing.
I don't care.
John Follett. Enabling technologies made the good old Romeos and Juliets. They were a bit expensive, but they were built like tanks. And they were in my state of Florida.
Yeah, I've never used embossers. I've heard them being used, and they're very loud.
Chat. John Follett. Now I will not touch them with a 10-foot pool. Chat. Graphic chat. Now I...
There we go. Actually, I guess this works reasonably well. I should have probably used this a long time ago, but that's alright.
Graphic chat. Now I will not... chat.
Oh, good. I'm actually caught up now.
1:40 p.m.
Alright. Yeah, let's go for another 20 minutes or so. Why not? And then I'll go outside and get some fresh air. What I was going to talk about something else, and I forgot what I was going to talk about. I hate that. Oh yeah, some of the stuff I want to demo. I'm going to see if I can finish Roku Coco. I just found Grail to the Thief. I'll probably demo that just because it's, I don't know, it's not a very long game. You can probably play it in about an hour, if not less than that. So I'll try to do a demo of that. I will not be demoing Forza Motorsport anymore. I won't be recommending it. I won't be buying any more games from the franchise as a whole, because apparently they thought it would be acceptable to arbitrarily change the system requirements. So now my GPU won't work with it. They don't seem to care about trying to fix it. Their customer support is trash. The car telemetry overlay still does not read, and I don't understand that. So yeah, no, I have nothing good left to say about that game or the company that makes it. So yeah. Let's see. Let's check here.
Graphic. If I had to go. Chat. If I John Vit Mark I care because of no kid I sightless by the way Wesley are these embossed how do you wrote your IO anyway the stream what are you using right now IO now I will not touch them with a 10-foot what are you using right now Chris?
What am I using right now? I'm just reading the chat messages with NVDA.
Mark Miller. The Stream 4 is so bad and people don't even care about reviews even though it is a bad device. Anyway.
Yeah, no, the Stream 3 is what the Stream 2 could have been 10 years ago. No, 11 years ago, actually.
iOS. How do you write your notes?
How do I write my notes? What are you talking about?
Denny Brisick. Are these embossers Braille paper embossers or just printers themselves?
I don't know.
Wesley Moore. By the way, I love the name Rocococo.
Yes, I do too. It's very catchy. I think it's the name of the band, if I'm not mistaken.
Chat. Sightless story. I have returned pathetic mortals. This is the sky god from Olympus.
You mean Zeus?
Chat. Kenneth Dial. Get the Sense player. It runs Android 12 and has an app installed instead of the Play Store because of no Google mobile services.
The Sense player, yes, I like mine. It's running Android 11 right now. Hopefully they're going to update it.
Chat. Carrie Marie. I never had a Braille note. Back in my school days I had a Perkins Brailler and a Toshiba laptop hand. I had to carry that thing from class to class.
So, to be fair to Humanware, the Braille note was what got me going into computers. So I think if it wasn't for that, I may not be at the point where I am now. But yeah, at the same time, they have consistently demonstrated that they don't care about the quality of their products. They don't care about the customers that they claim to serve. It's a damn shame.
Marco Garatoni. VidTube wasn't bad last time.
VTube wasn't bad last time. Yeah, well, it just depends how many people are commenting. So if it's not too much at one time, it's not bad. But if there's a bunch of them, then yeah.
Chat. John Fall. If I had to go with a modern embosser, it would be the View Plus or Irie line of products. Chat actions.
Okay.
Mark Miller. 3. I meant to type 3.
Yeah, that's what I figured for the stream.
I on Mahmood. What happened at the end of Perilous Hearts?
What happened at the end of Perilous Hearts? Well, we'll never know because the game won't be released. Presumably at the end of the demo, he gets killed. But that's just the demo.
Chat actions.
That's another project that will never be released, just like the last part of Code 7. But what you gonna do?
iOS. Then why don't we all complain to Humanware?
Because they don't care. Now, best thing you can do is just not to buy their products. Don't recommend them. Just like Turn 10 and Motorsport.
Chat iOS and tell them to update their stuff. Sightless store. Oh, so this whole TTS thing, I agree with iOS tutorials and games content. Just because you're tired doesn't mean he will be. Don't assume things, no offense.
This is true. If you enjoy making them and consuming them, that is just fine.
Graphic chat. Section
and I'm
melts
caught
out.
up.
But doesn't mean. Oh, so this whole doesn't. Chat.
But yes, that is the lesson for today. If you don't like the products or a company, you can vote and choose not to support them. That's how that goes. It's a shame, though, about Motorsport, because I expected a lot better. But I'm not buying another GPU just to play a single game that used to work, by the way, and then quit working. And, in the same way, I'm not going to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation, because I don't need to. Also, GPUs are expensive anyway, so yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Not until a better one comes down in price. And even if I do get a new GPU, I'm still not playing that game because their actions speak louder than their words.
I guess Mike did stream through Marco game you were criticized Wesley if you wanted to access the file if I brought the Victor Reader doesn't mean he will be. Don't suppose doesn't Carrie Marie the Victor Reader stream 3 seems to be good though from what I've heard. Chat actions. The Carrie Marie chat actions.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a stream 3, but yeah.
Bryant 9. If I remember correctly, with the older Braille senses, you had to use a program called ActiveSync if you wanted to access the files through your computer.
Yes, because it was based on Windows CE, just like the Braille notes.
But Wesley Martin, you are criticizing Humanware as I plan my next episode of the Braille Note podcast. Lol.
Well, all right.
Chat actions.
Well, see, and again, the sad thing is these companies have good products and good ideas. They just do crappy things, and I don't understand it. It's like, if you make a product, your goal should try to be to make the product better and address customer concerns, not just ignore them and well. But that's the world that we live in.
Marco Garatoni, Stream 3 with Bluetooth? So cool. Not.
Yeah, no, like I said, the Stream 3 is what the Stream 2, it's what it should have been.
Button. Denny Brisick, I guess my chat is being filtered or something?
Denny, no, your chat's coming through.
Button. Kenneth Dial, Orbit Research is releasing a note taker that, in my opinion, pays homage to the Braille in Speak. From the 80s.
That's the BT Speak, right? It's running some version of Linux. See, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about that thing, and it's very expensive, and just no.
Button. Carrie Marie Kelly TT. No, your chats are coming through. Button. Mark Miller. Did you try the recent update anyway?
Did I try the recent update to what?
But Gergoise, can you give us the link for VTunby? My friend CC ain't find it.
VETube, I put it in the chat. I can go grab it again.
But Carrie Marie, the link for that is in the chat. Button. Denny Brisick, don't you think that Rocococo is somewhat insecure?
Rocococo is insecure? What do you mean?
Button. Denny Brisick, I think the chat will get filtered if I give an explanation. Button. Sightless store. Do not assume, criticize, or do anything else that might hurt their feelings or otherwise cause negative actions. That's a lesson.
Yeah.
Button. Chat action. Button. Graphic. Chat.
Oh, good. I think I am caught up. I am caught up on the chats.
1:51 p.m.
But yeah, the chat, or the link is in the chat. So if you look back, you can look by links, and you should be able to find it. I can go find it again. It's just I don't have it right now because I copied the other link.
Button. Regular and Orbit. Kenneth. Button. From what I understand, John. Button. Why didn't he finish the game? Button. Negative actions. That's Button. On Mahmood. Why didn't he finish the game? Damn. I really wish he would finish the game.
What game are you talking about?
Button. Chat. John Follis. From what I understand, it seems that Tyree has decent customer service. Button. Chat. Kenneth Dial. Orbit Speak. Running Android. With app support. There are apparently 2 versions being released. The regular and the plus. Button. Chat actions.
Orbit Speak. Oh, that's different from the BT Speak? See, I'm very confused, and
Sightless stories. Grace.
No, man, I think the Optima is going to render all of these products obsolete, because the Optima is running Windows, which means it's completely mainstream. The software is handled by Microsoft. It's not some proprietary version of software from Company X. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out where that product goes.
Oh my god, that was a good accent. That's kind of creepy. Sightless story. Oh my. Button. Denny Brisick. It is on Dropbox, so if someone is to buy the game from Bandcamp or whatever the site is called, and gets the Dropbox link, and he decides to share it to people, that would insecure.
Yeah, well, don't do that, because that's not right. You can buy it on Steam. They're using the honor system, and like I said, I respect you much more if you sell your products without copy protection, and I will be less likely to distribute it if you do that, because it shows that you trust your users, and the honest users will be just fine with it. There's my phone going off.
Called Button. Kenneth. For those who want a Braille UI, there will be a program where you can switch to people the main Windows OS on the Optima, which will be awesome.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to find out where the Optima goes.
Button. Chat actions.
Probably not going to get one because they're going to be very expensive, and yeah.
Denny Brisick. I did not plan to. I just said so. Button. Graphic. Chat.
Oh, good, and I'm caught up.
1:53 p.m.
All right, we'll do a little bit more here, and then I'll go outside, I think, and go on the swing and enjoy the weather. How long have I been going? Let's see.
Find
Let's check some stats here.
1 watching button more 16 watching now. Started streaming 59 minutes ago.
Okay, so yeah, this will be about an hour long.
Chat. No next edit feed. Out of button but I don't site button. I did not plan to. Button sightless stories. Grace. I don't really like the game Crossy Road because I was watching a video and it seemed accessible. But I get no sound and nothing out of it.
No, that game is not accessible.
Button chat.
Along with many, many more, which is unfortunate, but it is the world that we live in, and yeah, we just have to make do. That's all. I wish a lot of things were different. I truly do, but it is what it is. You know, I wish people were kinder. Wish they didn't have to act like a bunch of jerks, but they do. And that's unfortunate. But that's why I try to be the best version of me that I can be every day. And if you live your life that way, and you live your life with a purpose, I think it makes things better.
Button what phone IO button all in one. The Kenneth button. I really hope Denny button but I get no sound and nothing. I don't really button Denny Brusik. I really hope you'll enjoy the weather because over here in Croatia it is raining so much. Button chat actions.
Yes, the weather is getting pretty good. We are getting into spring, so it's not going to be quite as cold as it's been. But then, of course, by probably May or June, it's going to be really hot around here. That's not going to be fun.
Kenneth Dial. The Optima would be better for those who would not mind having a braille display and a laptop in an all-in-one device.
See, I agree. I would want the Optima without a braille display, especially because having a laptop without a monitor, I would be very curious to find out how good the battery would be because the screen drains a lot of power. So if I could have a laptop without a monitor, that would be great. But I have a feeling I'm not going to like the price. I have the feeling it's going to be probably over $1,000, probably closer to $2,000. That's a little more than I want to pay for a laptop. I think my cutoff for a laptop would be $1,000 to $1,100, and I think this thing is going to be a bit more than that.
The Optima would be all-in-one button chat actions. iOS. What phone you use?
I am using the Google Pixel 7. I kind of wish I had the Pixel 8 because it has a much longer support timetable. But the good news is when I do get a new phone, it'll be better and it'll have a very long lifespan because the Pixel 8 and newer get guaranteed updates for 7 years. So presumably the 8 will be fine until 2030. The 9 will be good till 2031, and on we go.
Button chat actions.
And yeah, I love mine. Primarily because I don't get spam calls anymore. The only time my phone rings is when people want to call me, like genuine people want to genuinely talk to me.
Sightless stories. Can't freaking developers just take the goddamn time to tweak their product a little bit? What are some of them just sit on their backside?
Well, it's a lot of it is they don't know. Then of course there are people that don't care. And then of course you got to think too that there are some things that would be extremely difficult to make blind accessible. But that's why I really think accessibility needs to be built in from the start, because if you do it that way, then you know that it's going to work, and it's going to work well.
Button chat. Wesley Martin. Now that I have found out how interesting the Q&A are, I am tempted to go back and listen to the archives of more of them. BTW, this is my first time joining.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you like these. I've been doing these off and on now for a while now, and I hope people find them interesting.
Button chat. I on Mahmood. Perilous Hearts.
Yes, talking about Perilous Hearts and not or wondering why it was abandoned. I don't know. I heard because he ran out of money. But I would still be very willing to spend upwards of probably $100 to see that game come to fruition, because that would be great.
Button Marco Garatoni. People with disabilities are weird in this world we live in.
Yeah, I would say people in general are weird.
Button AOKevin.16. Hi.
Hey?
Button Audio Gamer. I wish Forza Motorsport was on PS5. Why is HH2 more stupid in relation to XP than HH1? Button chat actions.
I don't know. Yeah, no, Motorsport is a Microsoft exclusive product, so it's not going to be on there. But the less I say about that game and the company behind it, the better. And I feel bad because I know that there was a lot of work put into making it accessible. And that's also why I'm upset, because I expected better from this title and from the company itself, but it is what it is. But, you live and you learn.
Mark Miller. That is kind of funny. Easter in March this year, which is funny.
Easter in March. Oh, yeah, I think... Yeah, see, I don't pay attention to lots of holidays, if I'm being completely honest, because I don't care anymore. It's like, whatever. Besides, a lot of holidays are just more excuses for companies to try to make profits, and I hate that. It's like, that's not what it's about. The commercialization makes my blood boil.
Button Denny Brisick. Also, a weird thing about my laptop is, at first, when I went into Lenovo Vantage, the full charge capacity was 26.44 watt-hour. I kept it plugged into the charger and the capacity went up to 27.14 W/H. Button chat actions.
I don't know. It might be calculating. I've heard good things about Lenovo Vantage, but considering their history with Superfish putting spyware on their computers, and I don't think they're very upgradable, or user upgradable and user repairable, which is why I'm really thinking about going with a framework laptop, because I want access to all the components. I want to be able to replace the battery and the SSD and add additional RAM if I need to, and things like that. So I'm watching framework with interest, and I think when they come out with another update to their AMD hardware, I'm gonna get one, because I've been wanting to try the AMD Ryzen processors, and I've heard those are better for battery life on a laptop system than Intel processors. So I'm definitely checking that out.
W/H button Gergoe Saltish. Sorry, I can't find it. The link in the chat.
I'll get the link for you for VETube.
Button iOS tutorials and games content.
Catch up on these real quick.
Do you like the folded ones?
The folded what? You mean computers? I don't have experience with those.
Button Carrie Marie Kelly TTS product. I think YouTube filters out links. I pasted it twice and it didn't show up. Button Denny Brisick.
YouTube. Oh, well, that sucks. I mean, if you Google VETube GitHub, that's VETUBE, you should be able to find it. It's under the releases area. And once this is over, I will put the link to it in the description of the stream, so you can always check back there.
I think I'll get the Samsung Galaxy S25 next year. I'd like to see what Samsung does with their S series phones. Denny Brisick.
Yeah, I don't like Samsung phones. They're too bloated. They put copies of the Google software on there, so there's like 2 copies of the same type of program. There's like Google's version and the proprietary version from Samsung, so yeah, no thank you.
Series button chat sightless stories. If anyone is interested, I do Timecrest related content like the music and some recaps and gameplay. Button chat actions.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we get new versions of Timecrest. That would be nice.
Denny Brisick. Anyway, Chris, I gotta go now. It is 9 p.m. here. Good night.
All right, Denny, you take care. And actually, I might be quite behind, so you might already be gone, but you take care.
But Gergoe Saltish, can you send this link in email, please? But Mark Miller.
I can if you give me your email, but...
That is just how you feel about the game, Chris. Button chat actions.
Oh, yeah, you mean motorsport? Sorry, I really hate that stutter. Yeah, no, I'm just not happy with the game and the way that I've been treated as a paying customer that bought the premium version because I wanted to support the accessibility work. And the way I've been treated is just, it's awful. Turn 10's customer support is so bad that their ticketing system doesn't send alerts when you get updates, so I have to check manually, which is really stupid.
Audio Gamer. Mortal Kombat 1 also had big problems, but they fixed it. I wish Forza did this too.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, it's not really my type of game.
Sightless story. I also use the instrumentals from songs I know to do covers. iOS, know the dolded phones that came out.
The what phones?
The dolded phones. Dolded. D.
Oh, the phones that fold? Those seem really stupid, so no.
Button graphic chat. 208.
Oh, look, I'm caught up. Very good.
Out of button. Know the dolded phones that...
Yeah, I might re-download Motorsport when the update comes out in March, but I have a feeling that it's not going to run unless I get another GPU, which is bullshit. Also, this game is getting pretty bad reviews in the mainstream as well, and I can see why. Which is it's a shame. I don't understand why things are the way they are, but it is what it is. And I still think it's pretty sad that the car telemetry doesn't read, so you can't check your speed or your fuel or your lap or things like that. And it's like, that's a pretty critical feature. And if this game was worked on with accessibility for 2+ years, why is that missing? Like, I think it's a pretty basic thing. But
IO button. I also use sightless store but mortal but I also button IO know the dolded phones that Mark Miller. You never know. But iOS tutorials and
know,
games
but,
content.
I mean, I might re-download it and try it in March, but I highly doubt it.
I meant folded phones. I am eating, so have my hands dirty. So sorry for the misunderstanding.
No, it's okay.
iOS tutorial. I button graph chat.
Well, I guess unless there's any last minute things, I guess I'm gonna end this and we'll call this a done deal. I don't know when I'll do this again. Maybe next week. I don't know yet. I can't do it constantly because I don't have the motivation. But yeah, no, I think this is a really cool thing to do, and I've said this before, but I just want to thank everyone here. I hope people enjoy the channel. I mean, I know that they do, and I think it's pretty cool that we've managed to build this little community here, and I think it's a great thing. And so yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Button your Quentin Wesley button but I need all site button take care Carrie but oh by the way Wesley I meant folded phones button Wesley Martin oh by the way what's the Quentin C handle?
Quentin C. So on Quentin C I'm just SLANNON. So that is SLANNON. You can add me to your friends list. You can send me chat messages that way. There's a chat thing in there where you can send private messages, and then when you come on, you can read them.
Button Carrie Marie Kell take care.
Yep. You too, Carrie.
Button sightless stories. I need all of your opinions. What do you want me to do it on my channel? Button chat actions.
That is up to you. I mean, I take feedback from people, but then there's times when I just do things on my own, and it all seems to work out. So just do what you think you want to do on the channel, and we'll see what happens, I suppose. I mean, I didn't think I would get this big. I mean, I mean, to be fair, I'm not that big to begin with, but I mean, I didn't think it would grow as large as it has. But I mean, I've been doing this for a little over 10 years now, so yeah, no, just do what you want to do, and we'll see what happens.
Wesley Martin, your Quentin C handle.
Yep, I
button check iOS. Take care, Chris. If you ended, me will go on Team Talk later. So see you later if you connect. Haha.
Okay.
Button I on my any suggestions on Android games for the blind?
Android games for the blind. There's Blind Drive, Phone Test Game Zone, Dice World. You can look at Project Dark, which I did a demo of Project Dark on here. Actually, I've done demos of all of these things. So if you go look at the there's a playlist called Mobile Games. I think the majority of the mobile games are available on Android as well. So you got things like Audio Wizards. I'm trying to think of more off the top of my head. I'm not sure.
Button chat, button graphic chat, but I will see you on Dice World. Any suggestions on Android game?
Yeah, let me put the Quentin
Chat.
C handle in here,
Blank.
just for those that want it. My Quentin.
Blank. Y. Spell
Make sure I spelled that right.
SLANNON. Out of spelling error. E.
Yeah, whatever. Just put that there.
Out of button. My Chris Wright.
That's me.
Button. Grace, what is you carry? But good afternoon, Chris. Smooth. But if the BT speaks, Kenneth. Button. I will see you on Dice World. Button. Kenneth. If the BT speak actually exists, I'll have to look that up. Button chat actions.
Yeah, I think it's called the BT Speak, made by Dean Blasey, who I think was the guy behind the Braille Speaks. It supposedly runs Linux, and I think there's a basic version with like pre-built apps, and then there's a pro version which apparently has a graphical desktop and runs Orca, but I don't know what distribution it's using and how long it's going to be updated and things like that, and it just seems way too expensive.
If the BT speak action, but Smooth Key, good after Smooth Keys 793. Good afternoon, Chris. How are you this afternoon?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Button Carrie Marie Kelly TTS Productions.
I'm sorry you tuned in to the end of the stream, but it'll be archived.
Grace, what is your Dice World username? Button Chris Wright. My Quentin C user. Button graph chat.
And I guess I'm caught up here.
Button. In Kenneth. Button. My Quentin C. Kenneth dial. Interesting. Button chat.
Yeah, I believe it's called the BT Speak. If I'm not mistaken, let me check real quick. BT Speak.
Google.
Let's see.
Phil, did you meet? Search. Speak 800 people. All speak up. Jobber speak 7. Jobber.
Wait, what is it? BT Speak Blasey.
Google.
Let's try this.
Filter. Search. Blasey Technologies. LLC Assistive Technology Braille. Heading left. Shop. Heading left. Tech Talk welcomes Dean Blasey, David Goldfield, and heading left. Blasey Technology. Blasey Technologies. Blasey Technologies heading. Don't miss this. ARP. Heading level 1 link February 19th Tech Talk podcast. Heading level 1 check back soon for hour. Heading level 1 BT Speak registered tutorial series.
Yep. It's called the BT Speak, made by Dean Blasey, who apparently was the guy behind the Braille and Speak, which I never used that, but apparently it was a big deal back in the day, but that was a little before my time, unfortunately.
Sir, 1. Button graphic. Button. Kenneth. Button chat. Section.
Well, I guess that is it. So I'm going to go outside for a little bit and enjoy the weather. You guys take care. As always, if you have any questions, comments, things like that, you can leave them. You can get in contact with me. You can send me an email. You can find me on Quentin C. I'm on Telegram. I'm on Discord. I'm on a bunch of places. So yeah, you guys take care.
Out of button. Your website. Audio button. Kenneth. Audio Gamer. Your website is great.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I know it's a basic website, but it works, I guess. And for those of you that want it, it is Christopher w.me.me. So it's just Christopher, the standard spelling of Christopher w.me. You can find recordings of everything except for these live streams, because I don't know if I want to archive those there, because they get pretty big and long. You can find different ways to contact me on there. Yeah, so
audio button chat in audio your website button Kenneth. Okay. Button iOS IE button graph chat.
Alright. Well, that is it for me.
OBS 30. Stop recording check. Start virtual. Stop. Not checked.
Stop the recording.
Start configure. Setting. Start record. Stop streaming check.
Alright. You guys take care, and I will be back at some point.
Stop stream.